जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा गौरानिताय जय गौरानिताय गौरानिताय जय गौरानिताय निताय गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल। जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव। जय प्रभुपाद की जय हो। वैष्णव वृंद की जय हो। बिफोर डूइंग श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य महाप्रभु का सॉन्ग, मैं आई एम रिसाइटिंग वन श्लोका जो चैतन्य महाप्रभु जी भुवनेश्वर से जगन्नाथपुरी जा रहे थे और पूरे रास्ते भागते हुए जा रहे थे और ये श्लोका गाते गाते जा रहे थे। तो मैं वो श्लोका करती हूँ। प्रासादग्रे निवसित पुरः नेरवक्त्रारविन्दो मामालोक्य स्मित सुवदनो बालगोपालमूर्तिः। इसका ट्रांसलेशन इस प्रकार है। जस्ट लुक एट द टॉप ऑफ द टेम्पल, देर इज द फॉर्म ऑफ अ cowherd boy with his face resembling a fully blossomed lotus. Lord Shri Krishna is looking at me and smiling sweetly. In this way the beauty of his face is increasing. Hare Krishna। चैतन्य महाप्रभु की जय हो। जगन्नाथपुरी की जय हो। Now I am doing Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu by Narottam Das Thakur ji. Hare Krishna। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु दया कर मोरे। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु दया कर मोरे। तुम बिन के दयालु जगत संसारे पतित पावन हेतु तव अवतार। पतित पावन हेतु तव अवतार। मोसमा पतित प्रभु न पाई ब्यार। हा प्रभु नित्यानंद प्रेमानंद सुखी। हा प्रभु नित्यानंद प्रेमानंद सुखी। कृपावलोकन करो आमी बड़ दुखी। दया करो सीतापति अद्वैत गोसाई। दया करो सीतापति अद्वैत गोसाई। तव कृपा बले पाई चैतन्य निताई। गुरु प्रेममय तनु पंडित गदाधर। गुरु प्रेममय तनु पंडित गदाधर। श्रीनिवास हरिदास दयार सागर। हा स्वरूप सनातन रूप रघुनाथ। हा स्वरूप सनातन रूप रघुनाथ। भट्ट जुग श्री जीवा प्रभु लोकनाथ। दया करो श्री आचार्य प्रभु श्रीनिवास। दया करो श्री आचार्य प्रभु श्रीनिवास। रामचंद्र संग मांगे नरोत्तम दास। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु दया कर मोरे श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु। दया कर मोरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। श्री नरोत्तम दास ठाकुर की जय हो। वैष्णव ठाकुर की जय हो। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। श्री प्रभुपाद की जय हो। श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय हो। थैंक यू प्रभु जी फॉर सो वंडरफुल सेवा। हरे कृष्णा।
Beautiful, very beautiful.
Thank you, Raksha Mataji. Dandavat Pranam to all Sarvapuri sisters and assembled devotees. So, I'll start with the invocation prayers.
I can hardly hear you. Can anybody hear?
Mataji, little louder, please.
Okay.
Just microphone Mataji, sound Mataji.
No, not able to hear.
Am I clear now? Hare Krishna.
Yeah, better now.
Okay. Please accept my humble obeisance. I'll start with the invocation prayer. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakhaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha श्रीचैतन्यनमोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम् वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजाता सहगणा रघुनाथन्वितं तं सजीवम् साधवैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपदा सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखावितंश्च श्रीकृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते सप्तकाञ्चना गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Praise to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नामिने गौरकिशे नमः। O most magnificent incarnation, you are Krishna himself, appearing as Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You have assumed the golden color of Srimati Radharani and you are widely distributing pure love of Krishna. We offer our respectful obeisances कृष्णवर्णं कृष्णं साङ्गपाङ्गष्टपार्षदं यज्ञैः सङ्कीर्तनप्रायैर्यजन्ति सुमेधसः। In the age of Kali, intelligent persons perform congregational chanting to worship the incarnation of Godhead, who constantly sings the names of Krishna. Although his complexion is not blackish, he is Krishna himself. He is accompanied by his associates, servants, weapons, confidential companions. Prayers to the six Goswamis of Vrindavan. नानाशास्त्रविचारणैकनिपुणौ जडधर्मसंस्थापकौ लोकानामहितकारिणौ त्रिभुवने मान्यौ शरण्याकरौ राधाकृष्णपदारविन्दभजना नन्देन मत्तालिकौ वन्दे रूपसनातनौ रघुयुगौ श्रीजीवगोपालकौ I offer my respectful obeisances to the six Goswamis of Vrindavan, Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Sanatan Goswami, Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, Sri Raghunath Bhatt Goswami, Sri Jiva Goswami, and Sri Gopala Bhatt Goswami, who are expert in scrutinizing the studies, studying all the revealed scriptures, with the aim of establishing eternal religious principles for the benefit of all living beings. Thus, they are honored all over the three worlds, and they are worth taking shelter because they are observed in the mood of the Gopis and are engaged in the transcendental loving soul. Shri Radha and Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudire Nashtaprayeshu Bhatreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna. So I welcome everyone for today's class. We are doing lesson 87, the deliverance of King Muchikanda. Before that, we will do a quick recap of the last class. Over to you, Prasad Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Hare Krishna, Char Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Hare Krishna, Sarat Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances to you all. Samta Mataji already done the prayers. Okay, I'm not going to do that. Okay, just do one prayer. Hare Krishna. Chakalpatarpya Prabhasindapya Chapatidana Bhavanepya Vaishnavipya Nama Namaha Anantapati Vaishnavrinda Ki Jai Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. So I am so thankful to Charu Prabhuji and I am so thankful to Sharad Prabhuji for giving this opportunity. I am such a most fallen soul. Okay, thank you, Prabhuji. Okay, this is my first opportunity to do this kind of recap. Radha Vinod Prabhu has done a wonderful session last week. He has explained the slides very well. Thank you very much, Prabhu. I'll start sharing my screen. Hope my voice is audible. Just one of
Yeah,
you can
we can
confirm.
hear you. We can hear you.
Yes,
Thank
yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. 6:45. I'll try to complete within half an hour, less than half an hour. Any mistakes, please forgive me. Like how you forgive our servant. Okay. In the same way, please forgive me any mistakes. And please stop me if I'm doing any mistakes. Yeah. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Hope I'm able to share my screen. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes,
Okay. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. So last
you can make it
Sunday.
a full slide, put it in a slide.
Okay. Is this better,
presentation.
Prabhuji? Is this better, Prabhuji? Actually, I downloaded PDF, Prabhu. I have not
Okay,
downloaded.
it's all right. Okay, all right,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Okay. So we did lesson 86 last time. So Krishna defeated Jarasandha almost 17 times in the battle and then constructed the city of Dwarka. This is what we understood. So let us do a quick recap of that. Okay, I'll just give a quick summary and then we'll have some few simple question and answers. So would like to have an interactive session from everyone. So it is being divided into two sections at very high level. Okay, that is from Sloka 1 to 42. How the Krishna is defeated Jarasandha 17 times. Okay, in the battle, and how he became hero to all Madhuravasis. So that is the first part. And then he got a dual threats from Jarasandha as well as Kalayavana, okay, from the combined armies. And then, okay, we will see how he has constructed the city of Dwarka, okay, in the middle of sea for Yaduvasis, for his Yadus. Hare Krishna. So that is what happened. So let us understand very, very quickly. This total is divided into 8 themes. Okay, overall, Charu Prabhu has divided this entire chapter, first part. Okay, sloka 1 to 42 into total 8 parts. Okay, so let us review quickly. Okay, each part. Maybe I will take half a minute for each part, and then we'll have a Q&A. Okay, a few questions. So the first part is Krishna is even though he's a supreme person of the Godhead, he really wondered, okay, by seeing the massive army of Jarasandha's massive army, okay. Uh, it is because he's able to play, okay, ordinary human and also while maintaining his divine nature. Okay, that is one reason for that. And then second part is basically Krishna's play, destroy the army, but he spared Jarasandha almost 17 times. He's spared. So there is a key reason why he has spared. Okay, Radha Vinod Prabhuji has explained very well. So he wants to get Jarasandha go and get all the evil people, evil kings, and then Krishna wants to attack together. Okay, that is his plan. Yeah, that is the reason. Always he will let go. Jarasandha refuses to fight Krishna alone, and there are multiple reasons for that. Okay, and the open reason he says is like a small boy, but actually, Jarasandha, he know the power of Krishna. Okay, very well. Okay, there is a deeper meaning for that. Even though in his conscious, he know that like he's a supreme god, and he know his powers. The Jarasandha is aware of that. That is the third theme. And then the fourth one is Krishna and Balarama devastate Jarasandha massive army, just like a play. Okay, how a play happens in that way. Krishna and Balarama just completely okay, kills the army of Jarasandha. Okay, that is what happens in the fourth theme. And in fact, like Radha Vinod Prabhu explained that like the army what Krishna and Balarama has very little when compared to Jarasandha. Okay, that is fourth theme we are done. And then the fifth theme, after completion of all these themes, 8 themes, will go for Q&A. Okay, through Jarasandha army was like a unfathomable ocean of Krishna and Balarama easily crossed as if it was a just like a play. And then Krishna desires for Jarasandha to continue gathering armies. That is why he was always let them go. Now, like every time he's losing, right, Jarasandha, like as a Kshatriya, when he loses, okay, the person will be always upset. And also, Krishna is not killing him. So it is like a utter shame, okay, for Jarasandha. So he felt very bad. And then Jarasandha's friends, philosophical consolation, okay, they consoled him, okay, saying that it is a result of karma, okay. Definitely, that is what we understand. It is a result of karma, and you should not have any pride or shame. Okay, when you are whether you are having a victory or defeat, you should not have pride or shame. That is what his friends has consoled Jarasandha. And then always wherever there is a victory, then Krishna, Madhura citizens used to welcome like a very, very trumpet welcome. Krishna used to get, okay, from the Madhuravasis. Okay, and also it is symbol of establishing dharma. So these are the very, very high level. I just explained maybe less than half a minute on the each theme. Hope you could recollect whatever Radha Vinod Prabhu has explained last week. So now we'll go for question and answers. Okay, for both these 8 themes. Okay, one quick question and should be very, very easy question. Okay, whatever I drafted is very, very simple questions, Prabhuji's, Mataji's, so that we'll have a very interactive questions. So why it is so surprising for Krishna? Okay, when he has seen Jarasandha's huge army, He's a supreme person of Godhead. He's already know everything. But why still he's showing so surprising, amazed when he has seen first time the army? Many answers.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, दंडवत
Yeah.
प्रणाम।
धन्यवाद।
हाँ, वो देख के अचंभित हो गए, क्योंकि जब भी वो लीला करते हैं तो वो बहुत ही परफेक्टली करते हैं। और नर लीला कर ले तो सबको लगे कि भाई वो भी एक इंसान है। और तो फिर वो देख के वो भी बहुत अचंभित हो गए, क्योंकि वो और वो बहुत ही अच्छे प्लेफुल मूड में लीला करने चाहते थे। That's it.
Very nice answer, Mataji. Thank you. So he plays the role of human and also he maintains his divine nature. Okay. Yes, whatever you said correct. I am just adding little more, Mataji. Yeah. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Okay, another simple question you definitely must be knowing, everyone. So why does Krishna choose to destroy Jarasandha's army but not Jarasandha himself every time? Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Deepti
Because
Mataji.
Jarasandha was thinking, Krishna was sparing Jarasandha because he was in a mood to destroy all the evil people of the world. That was his motto of doing Leela. So he thought that Jarasandha will go and collect other evil kings and again come for attack.
Yes, Mataji. Perfect. Yeah.
प्रभु जी, सेकेंड रीजन इज ऑल्सो देयर,
Go ahead, Mataji.
बिकॉज भगवान जो है भक्त वत्सल है। वो क्रेडिट जो है वो भगवान अपने भक्तों को देना चाहते, तो वो भीम के द्वारा उसका वध करवाना चाहते थे। तो वो राह देखते थे कि जब भी वो चांस आएगा तभी भगवान भीम के द्वारा उसका वध करेंगे।
Yeah, that is fine. That is like more of a secondary reason, but the main reason is he wants to get okay, bringing all the demonic armies, okay, for the Krishna to destroy it together. Okay, you don't want to go to individual and then wants to get them. That is the reason he was letting him go always. Yeah. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. Deepti Mataji, Raksha Mataji. Sanjay Prabhuji, you want to say something?
I'm saying there can be one more aspect here, like see how Jarasandha is not he's like inimical to Krishna supposedly, but look at his determination. 17 times he bring assemble the whole. So then we as devotees should also have that determination, right?
Yes, yes. Especially for japa. While doing japa, like mind always goes. It is not 17 times. I don't know. In one mantra, Hare Krishna Mahamantra, when we are chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. How many times it goes? We don't know. So like 17 times it may go. We have to bring it back. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Sanjay Prabhu. Hari Bol.
इन अनुकूल भाव प्रभु जी, डिटर्मिनेशन इन अनुकूल भाव।
Perfect, perfect. Very nice interaction. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Prabhuji. Okay, so let's move to the next set of questions. So is there any deeper meaning behind Jarasandha refusing Krishna he refusing to fight with Krishna? Is there any deeper meaning? In fact, today also we discussed.
When those opposed to Krishna conscious, they do recognize his supreme divinity. They do.
Exactly. Exactly. That is his hidden reason. Like he know that like how powerful is Krishna is. That's correct. Okay, let's go to the next slide. So what lessons do Jarasandha friends give him? Okay, after his defeat always. Okay, he used to feel very bad. He's like very morose, right? So how Jarasandha used to feel and what his friends advised?
His friends console him, saying that there is no shame in defeat or winning in a war. No shame or no pride.
Yes. You should not have a shame or pride, okay, for the victory or defeat. Yeah, wonderful, Mataji. Thank you very much, Mataji. Deepti Mataji. So, okay. So after the war, what used to happen every time? Okay, how the Madravasis used to feel? Very easy answer. Should be. Anybody wants to try?
This is about how I think the question.
No.
How Mathura greeted Krishna, is it?
Exactly. What kind of greetings you used to get after the war every time?
Yeah, with lot of jubilance,
Lot of jubilant. Correct.
excitement,
Yes,
valuable
excitement.
ornaments.
Yes, yes, yes.
They would collect and
Correct,
welcome.
correct. So let's move on. We're running out of time. We already passed 13 minutes now. Okay, this is now we are entering into the second theme. Okay, that is from the sloka 43 to 57. Now, in this part, we see the demon Kala Yavana's arrival. Okay, Kala Yavana arrival. He's like a barbarian warrior and a very, very strong, and he has a very, very huge army. I think Radha Vinod Prabhu said 30 million. Okay, 30 million is a kind of soldiers so he has. Now, definitely this time the Krishna is really concerned. Okay, on the safety of Madhuravasis. Okay. Then that has triggered him to construct the Dwarka city. Okay, that is what we have seen in these themes. And then, while after constructing, what all he got, okay, from Devatas, he got Parijata tree from whom? From Indra, and he got Sudama assembly hall. Okay, all these kind of gifts he got it. So, as a return of showing gratitude from the Devatas. And what is the main reason, okay, for doing this? So Krishna has a strategic planning against Jarasandha, okay, and also Kalayavana, okay. So one of the key reason for that is like he wants to safeguard all the Madhuravasis. See, all his devotees he wants always wants to safeguard. Okay, that is one of the key theme. A king, a warrior doesn't mean the like only victory, always the victory, and he should give the utmost importance to safeguard. Okay, his own people. Okay, that is his strategy. We could see it here. So the 5 themes we are seeing here. Okay, so shall we go questions one by one? So who is Kalayavana? Okay, who is Kalayavana?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and why is arrival is so important? Okay, in this overall chapter.
The barbarian warrior.
Yeah.
He wanted a fight, so Narad Muni guided him. Go and fight. Go and fight with Krishna. He will be your match.
Yes. That brought a major danger for Yadavas. Yeah. Yes. So
तो
why?
फिर यहाँ पे हमें एक ये सोच सकते हैं कि जब भी नारद मुनि का इंटरफेरेंस आता है तभी कुछ नया होने वाला है। ये हम समझ सकते हैं। अभी सारी लीला में कुछ ना कुछ होता है जब भी नारद जी आते हैं, मतलब टर्निंग पॉइंट होते हैं सब में, लीला में।
Yes, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. Why is Krishna so concerned about for Yadavas during that time? Why so Krishna is concerned?
They are devotees, Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Yadus are his devotees. So he wanted to protect them. Krishna always protects his devotees.
That is the key theme. Yeah, he wants to protect the devotees. That is his main concern. Yeah. So he's so caring. Okay, he's so loving leader. Yeah, yes, Mataji. Yeah. Okay. So what is so special about Dwarka?
Krishna immediately very beautiful. He beautifully structured it. Is a good architect and very quickly to save his devotees, to transfer them from Mathura to Dwarka, he made it.
That he did, Mataji. But what is so special about Dwarka?
Dwarka is surrounded by water.
Under the sea.
Ocean.
Under the sea, yes. Yeah, that is one special.
Yeah.
Yes. Anything else?
There is Sudharma Sabha.
It has Sudharma
Patra.
And also it has a lot of spiritual richness and perfect design. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
एंड विश्वकर्मा ने डिजाइन किया बहुत ही जल्दी, भगवान की जैसे इच्छा हुई तुरंत ही वो सारी फैसिलिटीज भी कुछ भी ऐसा नहीं है कि मिसिंग था, सब सारी फैसिलिटीज अवेलेबल थी और
हाँ,
बहुत ही झड़प से बन के तैयार हो गया और भगवान ने सबको रात को नींद में ही सबको ट्रांसफर कर दिया उधर।
परफेक्ट, यस यस माताजी, परफेक्ट, एवरीथिंग
सबके
परफेक्ट।
लिए पैलेस बने हुए थे और गार्डन वगैरह सब, एवरीथिंग वाज मेड।
Yes, thank you, Mataji. Very nice. So, what is so significant about Parijata tree and Shuddharma Hall? What is so special about them? What is so special?
Sudharma Hall was assembly hall was at in paradise, and Indra presented it to Krishna,
Mm,
and that is a place where one will not feel mortal
mm,
mm, while sitting on the in that room. And Parijata tree was also in paradise, which Krishna fought and brought it.
this time he did not fall, like he got it. Yeah, Parijata tree from Indra. Yeah. Okay, Hare Krishna. Oh, wonderful. Actually, they are not in this material world. They came from Svargaloka. Yeah, that is the reason it is so special.
Parijat tree is also known as a desire tree.
Correct, correct. So how did Krishna move the people of Madhuravasis? How did he do that?
By his mystic power, Prabhuji.
By his mystic power, he
They
just
slept
moved
at
them
night and they slept at night and
overnight,
woke up in Dwarka.
overnight. Yeah. So actually, overnight he has moved everybody. So he wants to give utmost care and safety for Madhuravasis because they are pure devotees for him. Yeah, Hare Krishna. Wonderful. Thank you, Mataji. Just
And
two
then
more
also
slides
he can
left.
now fight carelessly, like he can, without any stress, he can do the fight.
He can do fight very peacefully because they are very safe. His devotees are very safe. Yes, Mataji. Samta Mataji. Thank you. Wonderful answer. So we're just left with two more slides, I think. Yeah. Now here philosophical indications of the key thematic elements. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Uh, So here, what is that we're trying to understand is divine intervention and human agency. So, Krishna, see, there is a lot of discussion happen. Okay, what is a divine will and what is a free will? Okay, so divine is always want us to come back. Okay, but at that same time, Krishna has given a free will to all of us to choose the decision. Krishna has spoken Bhagavad Gita 700 stokas. And finally, at end, what did he say? It's up to you. You want to go and fight? Fight. Otherwise, you take your own decision. So divine intervention is there, and also human will also there. And Krishna has taken the responsibility as a protector. Okay. So we have to see, we have to understand the leadership responsibility. We have to learn that a leader is there, he should take that responsibility. Yeah. So that is what, as a theme, we understood. And in spirit, material and spiritual balance is there. The building of Dwarka represents both worldly success and also spiritual depth. Okay, reminding us to strive outer stability and inner devotion is required for us. Yeah, so that is the third theme we understood. Now, so let us have few quick questions in this theme itself. Yeah. So, what does Kala Yavana's arrival teach us about divine intervention and human free will? How do we understand this? It's a slightly tricky kind of situation, right? Okay. Kala Yavana arrival, what is that teaching us? Okay, about what is a divine intervention and human free will? What is that is explaining us? Radha Vinod Prabhu has explained this, and also there was a discussion on this.
Explains that although the divine guides
Mm.
us,
Mm.
but individual also has power to make choices, and he can shape he can turn the events accordingly. So he has some, he can do some, he can act as per his will also.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Whatever divine power has, human also have to put the efforts. Divine has given lot of opportunities for us to improve our Krishna conscious. But what is the effort we are putting? Okay, so because we have a freedom to act and shape up our destiny. So both are required. Yes, very wonderfully
प्रभु जी
answered.
सद असद एक्टिविटीज, सद
Huh?
एक्टिविटीज और असद एक्टिविटीज, हमें वी हैव टू चूज कौन सी एक्टिविटी करनी है.
Yes, Mataji. कौन सा activity करना है? Yes, thank you, Mataji. So, what moral value does Krishna demonstrate while he protect the Yaduvasis? What kind of human values he has? What kind of values Krishna has demonstrated? Okay, while he's protecting Yaduvas, what kind of things we have to take?
Krishna demonstrates the, how to, as a leadership, responsibility of as a leadership to protect their people.
Correct. People. See, we are leaders. We are leaders, at least in our house, right? Okay, for our small world. Yeah. So we should take that responsibility. Everyone is a leader, actually. Everyone is a leader in Krishna conscious. Yeah. We should protect others. We should respect others. Okay. And we should not seek our any victory as our personal victory. Okay. Yeah. So that is what it is. Let's move on to the other themes. So what happened? Okay, miraculous transformation and awakening. So there is a sudden transfer happened, right? Okay, of all the decisions of Madhuravasis to Dwarkavasis. That is what we understood in fourth theme. And then fifth theme, like there is a wisdom, okay, in the time and crisis. So Krishna collaborated with Balarama and reflects the need of a strategy, foresight, and teamwork. Correct. So that all he's showing. Correct. That is what we have seen. He always consults Uddhava or Balarama for doing anything. So what is that he's teaching us? So you should always collaborate with people, okay, around you and understand the need, and then move towards. All right. So that is what he's talking about. The theme and 4 and 5. Okay. What does this? Okay. So the question is, okay, if even if you listen now, you can answer this. What does sudden transfer of citizens to from Madhura to Dwarka is symbolizing us? Is there any symbolizing us?
Yes, प्रभु जी. Yes, go carry on.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Transformative positive experience that sudden positive changes can happen in life.
How life can suddenly shift for a better purpose, for better things. Okay, under the guidance of Supreme. Even that happens in our life. Is that not happened? What were our situations before Krishna consciousness and now? There's so much change. Yeah. Can we imagine taking a bath at 5 o'clock, 5:30? Could never imagine. At least I never imagined. And sitting for chanting. I could never imagine. That is not a change for us? Yes. Okay. How
A
does Krishna
little thing, our thought process is also little slowly change
slowly
now.
changing? Yeah. Before Krishna conscious and after. Yeah, correct, Mataji. Thank you. So how does Krishna is planning with Balarama, okay, and inspiring us during a tough times? How he is doing that? What is that he's teaching us? We discussed. Just 2 minutes back we discussed.
Teamwork.
The critical thinking and collective action.
Yes, collective action, critical thinking. Sanjeev Prabhu said something. I missed that. Teamwork. That itself is nothing but collaboration. These are all he's saying that we all should have. We're learning from that particular theme, from that. Okay.
We should be wise and cooperative.
We should be wise and
in the complexities, when there is a adverse situation, then we should cooperate and consult, and we should be wise enough.
Perfect.
Did you notice what I learned in this building of the team here? Together in consultation with Sharad Prabhuji, I'm gathering you, all of you. Each of you have unique talents, and I'm bringing that for the common advantage, common benefit for all of you.
Yes,
so
one
person is when when you build a team, multiple viewpoints gathers, multiple viewpoints because of their own life experiences are there, and that we take care of that and really utilize for the common good for the people.
Yes.
That is what the teamwork is all about.
Yes. Yes.
You see the practical aspects of it. How over the years I built this team based on that spirit that I learned from the Bhagavatam.
Yes. That itself shows your leadership skills, Charu.
No, both I very closely consult both Sanjeev Prabhuji and Sharat Prabhuji. We three of us together think about it, spend time, and then we do it.
Prabhuji, we all are benefited a lot,
Yeah.
Prabhuji. Thank
See,
you
this
so much.
Dwarka Lila, we spend considerable period of time to think about it because that's a huge project.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely, bro. So, in fact, my last question is whatever takeaways. In fact, Charu Prabhuji has very wonderfully has said, this is a takeaway. This is all, whatever we are seeing is a takeaway. Okay, from the Dwarka event, what we are doing.
Exactly. Whatever we learn from Shastra, you think about it while you're reading, the thought should be occurring to you,
Yeah.
and then apply it in your circumstances, in your situation.
Yes. Yes, bro. Thank you very much, Prabhu, for this opportunity. So, thank you very much. Okay,
Wonderful
everybody
job done.
participated. Thank you very
Wonderful
much.
job done, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, please
And all the
forgive me for any
participants
mistake.
too.
Yeah.
No, you did wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're
प्रभु
Looking
जी
forward.
जीवन में
your heart. Yeah,
चारू
go ahead.
प्रभु जी अगर जीवन में कुछ भी डिसीजन मेकिंग न होता है, नहीं हो पाता है कि हम क्या करें, ना ये करे कि ना करे, वो जब बहुत ही द्वंद में फंसते हैं, तभी ये स्पिरिट बहुत काम लगेगा कि कलेक्टिव एफर्ट, एक्शन एंड सबके साथ में लेके चलना बहुत अच्छी बात है ना प्रभु
और
जी.
सबसे सीखना मिलता है, सबसे सीखना मिलता है.
हाँ,
Even if you're
yes,
subordinate, from all of you also I learned my lot of things,
And
Thank you.
another thing just I want to add, like in the Army, Navy or Air Force, when the officers are selected, we go through a very, very tough test. In that, the main thing they try to make out, not only that the individual is brave, he has got the qualities, but if he can work collectively with others, if that quality is not there, he will not be selected as an officer in the Army, Navy or Air Force. So this is.
Remember who is Sharat Prabhuji? He's the military colonel in the Indian Army. He speaks from his experience.
Yes, Prabhu ji, we are so proud of you,
may not
Prabhu ji.
know. Before he retired, he was a colonel in the Indian Army.
Who is that, Prabhu? Sharat Prabhu?
Colonel, Sharat Prabhuji.
Oh, I didn't know this. Oh,
yeah.
Wonderful,
So
Prabhu. He did a great services to
he
his
knows
country.
military techniques and everything,
Oh,
strategy,
great
strategy planning, tactical advantages. All this he must know that,
Great to know,
Am I
Prabhu.
correct, Sharat Prabhuji? You were colonel, right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Sharat Prabhu ji, we are so proud of you.
And colonel is a very, very senior position. Very senior position. It's what
Yes,
in US we call generals.
Yes, Prabhuji, he was colonel.
I spent 34 years.
See that?
Oh.
And we have
Prabhuji, this is the example.
Such incredible personalities among us. Everyone has unique talents.
प्रभु जी,
Yes,
प्रभु जी का
प्रभु जी।
मटेरियल लाइफ भी इतना अच्छा और स्पिरिचुअल लाइफ भी कितना अच्छा जा रहा है, देखिए.
हाँ,
So well versed. Everything is absolutely perfect, प्रभु जी.
So see, I'm not doing alone. All of you are contributing in that. Okay, Samita Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Char Prabhu, for building such a wonderful, strong team. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Prasad Prabhu, for such an interactive session. Thank you, Charu Prabhuji, Sharat Prabhuji, and all the assembled devotees. I seek blessings.
Hare
before-
Krishna Mataji, bit louder. It is not audible to me.
Okay, now is it better? I think I have to speak little louder. Is it better now?
Yes, yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, so I seek all of your blessings before starting today's class. Jai Shri Prabhupada. So today we will start with chapter 51 of the 10th canto, which is the deliverance of the king Muchukanda. This chapter is divided into three themes. In the first 21 verses, we will see that Lord wanted to kill Kala Yavana, but he did not do it himself. He made King Muchukunda his instrument. He got him killed through King Muchukunda. And we also see who is King Muchukanda in this particular theme. In the second theme, from the verses up to 35, Muchukunda then introduces himself and he tells about himself to Lord Krishna. And he is also attracted to the Lord. And in the last theme, we see that how then Lord reveals his glory to Muchukanda and gives him his blessing for pure devotional service at his lotus feet. So all this we will be covering in today's class. Let us start with. So these are the key themes of the first 21 verses. Now let us start off from where we left. Prabhuji has recapped everything so well, and also all glories to Radhavana Prabhuji for explaining everything so nicely in the last class. So we saw that the father of Ashti and this what is the other daughter's name? Prapti, and the father of Ashti and Prapti, which is the king of Magad, Jarasandha, he has besieged the city of Mathura, and he has attacked 17 times. 17 times he was defeated by Krishna. All his soldiers were killed, and every time he was defeated, he was left so that he comes back again. Lord left him in an insulting manner, and every time he came back with the same enthusiasm, with the same military paraphernalia, and very well equipped. And every time all his soldiers were killed by Krishna, and he was left to, go and come back again to get more, to kill more evil. So while Jarasandha was like after the 17 defeat, while he was planning for the 18th one, Prabhuji told us that there is another king, Yavana king, who is from the south of Mathura. He got attracted by the opulence of the Yadu dynasty, and he wanted to attack the city. And he actually thought of this idea. He was induced by Narad Muni. Now, this king's name is Kala Yavana, and this Kala Yavana, he actually asked Narad Muni, who are the most powerful kings in the world? And Narad Muni informed him that the Yadus are the most powerful. So when he learned that, Kala Yavana decided to attack Mathura city, and he did that at the same time when Jarasandha was also planning the attack for the 18th time. And
can you stop just 1 minute?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Everybody, do you recall a very similar situation, just like Kala Yavana? He was too proud of himself. He wanted to find the best fighter that can fight. He was so proud of it that no one can defeat him. Similar kind of proudness was there in one of the other demons. Can you remember that we covered in the previous cantos? In the same kind of advice he sought from Narad Muni. Hint. Hiranaksha, he also consulted Narad Muni that who I can fight, the most powerful warrior. Go ahead, Samtavati.
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhuji, for adding that. So, as Prabhuji said, that it was he wanted to fight a suitable combat, And so he decided to attack Mathura city. Same time when Jarasandha was also attacking, and he got along with him 30 million soldiers. So
Mataji,
23.
you are not sharing the screen.
Prabhuji already shared.
Screen is there.
I'll share again, no problem.
No, shared.
Now it is here.
Now I can see.
Okay. It was showing me shared on my.
Yeah, we were watching. I don't know, Shastri, how you missed it. We were watching it.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead,
So
Srinivas.
I'll continue. Yeah, I'll continue. Thank you. So 23 Akshakini Sena of Jarasandha and 30 million soldiers of Kala Yavana.
So
So
basically,
now,
he joined hands with Jarasandha, and together they attacked Mathura. Remember that?
yeah. So this situation, as Prabhuji mentioned, worried Krishna, and he decided to construct Dwarka city. This particular city was like a fort, a formidable fort, where no two-legged animal or any man or any demon could enter. So he decided to safeguard his people, his devotees, so that he can freely fight with his enemy. And then he entrusted Lord Balrama, and who is considered as the father of the city. And he consulted Lord Balrama, being his elder brother, and then wearing his garland of lotus flowers, Krishna now came out of the city to meet Kalyavana. And Kalyavana has already seized Mathura. But Krishna came out without any weapon. So when he came out of the city, Kalyavana had never seen Krishna before. So what Kalyavana is seeing, that a very beautiful person is in yellow garments. He is coming towards him. So when Krishna came out like that, Krishna was appearing, like, because Kalyavana had a huge army. So Krishna was appearing like a moon that was passing through the assembled clouds. So the army is the clouds, and Krishna is like a moon. He was shining through these clouds. So Kalyavana was actually fortunate enough to see the Srivatsa on Lord's chest, and the Kaustubha jewel that Lord was wearing. And Kalyavana saw him in Vishnu form, in a like four-handed form with a well-built body, and his eyes were like lotus petals. They were blooming with like a lotus petals, and Lord appeared very, very handsome, with very beautiful forehead and beautiful face and smiling, restless eyes. His earrings were moving. So before seeing Krishna, Kalyavana just heard the description of Lord from Narad Muni. And when he saw all these signs, he was confirmed that this person is Krishna. So now Krishna, Kalyavana was very, very anxious to, uh, fight with him, but he was astonished to see that Lord Krishna is without any weapons. He's not even on a chariot, and he is coming walking. But he still decided to fight him, even after he saw such a beautiful person and without any weapon. Still, he was so blinded that he was still insistent that I want to fight. Like, if not with weapons, then with hand to hand fight, he will engage with Krishna. So he was determined. I want to fight Krishna. So he started to. So Lord came and he passed, and he didn't even look at Kalyavana, and he just walked ahead. And Kalyavana is like started running after Lord Krishna, and he had a desire. He started running with the desire that, I will just catch hold of Lord Krishna and then I'll fight with him. And Lord started running very fast. And how could Kalyavana, he is a simple personality, how could he even, think of catching Lord Krishna? Because Krishna is not attained even by very great yogis. Great yogis have great mental speed, but still they fail to catch the Lord because Lord is only captured by devotional service, and Kalyavana was had not practiced devotional service. So it is out of question that he would ever catch him. So he was running very fast, thinking that, oh, I'm just right now I'll catch him. But as he would think, Krishna will go further away, and he like that running like pakra pakri. Krishna led him so far away that he entered into a hill. There was a hill, and inside the hill there was a cave. So Krishna went into that cave, and Kalyana thought that Krishna wanted to avoid fight, like he's just he is avoiding a fight with him. Therefore, he is hiding in the cave. He's taking shelter of the cave. So he began chastising the Lord. You are the hero of the Yadu dynasty. This is how you are keeping up the good name on the tradition of your family. You're running away like a coward. So he started saying all these things to Krishna. So Kalevana, he also with the intention of uh, catching him, but he could not because he was contaminated with a sinful life. So he could not catch him. So after following Lord Krishna, he also entered the cave. And when he entered the cave, Kalyavana saw that a man was lying down, and he did not he so because the person is sinful, uh, he cannot judge, he cannot recognize. So Kalyavana was sinful person, so he did not recognize. He thought, oh, Krishna is lying down, and he's trying to avoid fighting with him. So he was so anxious to fight that he didn't even realize that this person is not Krishna. He started kicking the person hard, thinking that, oh, this is Krishna, and if I'll kick him, he'll get up and he'll fight with me. So he started kicking that person so hard. But this person who was sleeping, he was not Krishna, and he was sleeping from a very, very, very long time. And because he was being hit hard, he was being kicked hard, finally he woke up, he got awakened, and that was not his time to get up, but he was forced to uh, get up, to be awakened. So when he immediately, when he opened his eyes and he looked around, like who is with it? And when he looked around, he saw Kalyavana in front of him. And because he was woken up untimely, and he was very angry, and in a very angry mood, he looked at Kalyavana. And when he glanced at him angrily, Kalyavana was burned, and he was burned to ashes, and now he is laid. So now when this thing happened, Parikshit Maharaj, who was hearing uh, this incident, he had so many questions. Now he started asking Sukadeva Goswami, who was this person? Why was he lying over there? Why was he sleeping inside a cave? And what power? How did he had this power that with a glance he could, kill Kalyavana? And uh, how did what happened to him that he was inside that cave and he was sleeping? So Parikshit Maharaj had so many questions in his mind. Sukadeva Goswami, he started answering him. He said, my dear king, this person was born in a very great family, in a great dynasty, that is the Ikshvaku dynasty. Ikshvaku dynasty is the same dynasty where Lord Ramchandra was also born. And he happened to be the son of a very great king, uh, King Mandhata. He is the son of King Mandhata, and he himself was a great king. He was known as Muchukunda. The name of this person was lying down inside the cave, King Muchukunda. And King Muchukanda was a follower of Vedic principles and Brahmanical culture. He was truthful to his promise. He was very powerful. He was so powerful that even demigods would ask him to help them to fight demons. And he always helped the demigods. He often fought against the demons just to protect the demigods. So he was a very uh, you say a cultured and a very integrated king. So he's the commander of chief of the demigods is Kartikeya. So Kartikeya was very happy with King Mochukanda because King Mochukanda have helped them so much in fighting the demons. So then one day Kartikeya, he told King Mochukanda, my dear king, you have sacrificed everything for helping us, and you had a very nice kingdom, and your kingdom was always devoid of any enemies. You left your kingdom for us. You neglected your opulences and possessions, and you never cared for your personal ambition. And it has been very long that you have been fighting for us. Now you should rest for some time, and because it has been so long that you're fighting of the thousands of years have passed away. Now, in this course of time, uh, everything like time kills everyone. There is, if you go back to your home for resting, there is nobody living over there. So the influence of time has it spares no one. Time waits for no one, and no one can check the process of time. And like how an animal is tamed, uh, like because when he's unwilling to do things willingly, an animal is forcefully trained. Similarly, time also has his own way of entering things and uh, you know uh, and making things do as per the Lord's will. So time is Lord himself. So no one can supersede this arrangement of time. So he told Muchukunda that if you go back, you have nobody over there. So you rest for a while. You take a break. And he told that since you have helped us so much, now you can ask that benediction. Whatever you want, you ask from us, except liberation. We cannot give you liberation because liberation only Lord Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, can only give. No other person can give liberation to anyone. So, other than liberation, you ask whatever you want, for as a reward to help us. So King Muchukanda, basically, he had not slept for many years, and because he was engaged in fighting for the demigods and tired. So he said that at that time he was simply thinking of sleeping. So he said, my dear Kartikeya, I want to sleep now. I want from you this benediction that nobody should disturb my sleep. And if anybody is trying to wake me up untimely without my like unwillingly, if they are trying to forcefully wake me up, then if I look at that person, by my mere glance, that person should burn into ashes. I want this benediction from you. So the Kartikeya very happily agreed, and he gave him this benediction so that he can rest peacefully. So then King Muchukanda, so because he wanted to be away from everything and he should not be disturbed, he had come into this cave for sleeping, for resting. So he was resting. So because of this, on the strength of the benediction of the given by the chief of demigods, Kalyavana could actually burn to ashes. Kalyavana was burned to ashes by the glance of Muchukanda. So when this after Kalyavana was burned to ashes, Muchukanda was thinking, who is this man? Why was he trying to keep me? So at that time, when he was thinking, Krishna appeared before King Muchukanda, and Krishna, he had entered the cave to deliver this King Muchukanda from his austerity. But he did not first appear before him because he had this. He wanted Kalyavana to be killed. So he arranged in such a manner that Kalyavana should take Muchukanda in the first attempt, so that he gets killed, and then later on, Lord will bless bless the King Muchukanda. So this is how Lord plans everything. Like he can do he fulfills so many purposes, and with whatever action he does, there are many different purposes are getting served. This is how Lord works. So now let us, this is all is covered in the first 21 verses. This is the story. So what are the key themes of, we'll see quickly the key themes of these 21 verses. That Lord is basically, he is showing the power of devotion is being shown here, and the impact of one's actions. Now, Muchukanda is a very courageous warrior, and he is from a very renowned Ikshvaku dynasty, from the dynasty of Lord Ramachandra itself. And he has shown such a great loyalty to the demigods. So he has always been a sincere person in his actions, in his words, sincere to his promise, and a great king. So even because of his such acts, glorious acts, the demigods have given him whatever, like the demigods are also pleased with him. They gave him this boon, and they allowed him to, go into this deep slumber. So this deep slumber is basically kind of an austerity wherein it shows a yearning, the heart's yearning for the connection with the divine. And then when Krishna was leading Kalayavana, when Kalyana was into a chase, was chasing Krishna, and when he was leading Kalyavana into the cave, so how that Leela Lord was performing, it was with so much of playfulness, with such a joy, and all these shows that Lord's Leelas are very relishing. They are to be cherished. They're not just dry philosophy. They are not very hard, uh, you know, very hard. It cannot be conceived by intellectual thinking. It has rasas. It has it has a beautiful. It has a sweetness into it. So every action of Lord is very playful. He does it so nicely, keeping everybody engaged and absorbed. So, uh, and why Kalyavana was trying so hard to catch the Lord, and he was unable to do that because he was lacking, he was sinful in his nature, and he was lacking devotion, and that was the reason of his downfall. And because he was sinful, he could not recognize the divine, and because he could not recognize the divine, uh, he was making mistakes. He mistook Muchukanda to be Lord Krishna, although he was so powerful, but still he could not understand, oh, this is not Krishna, he is somebody else. And he went ahead and kicked that person, and he ultimately, it was his downfall. All his actions led to his downfall. So our actions are very important. They have a consequence, good to good, bad to bad. Then Muchukanda's prayers were so earnest that and his loyalty, his sincerity, that made him win the boon from the demigods, that uh, he can kill, he can burn anybody who is trying to waking up into ashes. Now, who is trying to burn Muchukanda? In essence, if we see, Kalyavana is a negative personality. So he actually asked the boon that whoever is waking me untimely, so who is waking you untimely? Negative darkness. So he should be able to burn that. So he should be able to kill the negative elements, the 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 sinful elements, the evil that is coming. So these prayers are basically asking for, like, I should be able to remove the darkness from the path. So so we can see the contrast between Muchukanda and Kalyavana. Kalyavana is ignorant. Muchukanda, because he is pure-hearted, he is wise. So that is the difference we can see. So here this shows a message. The true beauty and divinity, they are conceived by a sincere heart, and the person who is blind by selfishness and personal gain, and that person is evil basically, and his actions are finally lead to a wrong lead to a downfall. So we can these are the key themes of these particular verses. So let us go ahead and we will see the philosophical take-home points that we can learn. First is a devotion on the path of realization. So Muchukanda was very dedicated, and he was not just dedicated, he was steadfast in his dedication. And that is the reason Lord shows that when a person is true, and that Lord himself responds to the heartfelt devotion of a person, which is beyond the understanding of, beyond intellectual understanding. So it is only the pure-hearted ones who can connect with the Lord. So devotion is a very important part on the path of realization. That is one key point. Second is consequences of action, good to good, bad to bad. So Kalyavana, whatever he did, and he saw the result. And Muchukunda, his actions have led to what? So consequences of actions we have to keep in mind. And then divine Leela, as I said before, Krishna's Leelas are very interactive. They are very, they give joy and they spread sweetness around. So divine Leela is always very relishable and cherished by everyone, by especially his pure devotees. And then the power of prayers. So Muchukanda's prayers were powerful because he was dedicated, and his his request that he should not be woken up is basically uh, shows that after an austerity, one gains power. So because he was into this long slumber, he had gained that power, and even the boon also of the demigods, it showed great, it intensified. And then the temporary, uh, the 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 temporary the transience of life and time. The time is fleeting, it waits for no one. And then because it is, everybody has a limited time period, it should be used for higher purposes, and basically one should focus on eternal truth and not get caught up in the temporary hush and rush of the life. So here are the conclusions that Kalyavana failed to recognize Krishna, and that uh, because he did not have a pure heart. And while Muchukunda could see Lord Krishna because he was pure-hearted. So here Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur gives very beautiful, he emphasizes, and it's a very beautiful commentary. He says that Krishna Bhakti is not just practice, it is not just a sadhana, it is a very deep personal relationship with the Lord that transforms one's heart, and it transforms one's heart with love and surrender, and it makes one realize and recognize that Lord Krishna is in every aspect of life, and he is not just to be worshipped, he has to be imbibed, and he has to be lived every moment. We have to show our love to him with every action. It is possible because it's a very profound relationship, and Krishna Bhakti can make a person uh, grow a lot, and it can evolve a person spiritually. These are the very important points over here. So now let us go to the second theme of this particular chapter, uh, wherein now what happens after Muchukunda sees Lord Krishna. So Lord Krishna, he appears in front of Muchukunda, and the king saw him, the Lord, in a yellow garment. Again, a very beautiful description. It's worth uh, you know, describing it again and again. Lord's Srivatsa mark on his chest, with the Kaustuba money hanging around his neck. And Lord appeared, again he appeared in his four-handed Vishnu Murti form with a Vaijanti Mala in his neck. And he was looking very lustrous, and he was smiling very beautifully. And Lord Krishna appeared more beautiful than any human can ever conceive. And he not just appeared in this particular feature, but he glanced over Muchukanda in such a manner, such a splendor, that he attracted the king's mind. And Lord, Lord Krishna is the oldest. He's the oldest of all, but he looked so fresh, like a young boy, and his movements were just like a free deer, and his eyes were restless and so beautiful, like a lotus petals, and he looked so powerful, and uh, his his excellence was so great that even anybody can get afraid of him. He was so powerful. Like, even in his beauty, people can get scared of him. So he is such a magnificent. Uh, he was standing in front of Muchukunda, and now Muchukunda is seeing such a beautiful personality in front of him. He is wondering about his identity. He was thinking, like, who this person could be. But how did he approach the Lord? With great humility. He started to inquire, but his inquiry was also in great humility. He said, "My dear Lord, may I inquire how is that you happen to be here in this cave of this mountain? And can you please tell me who you are? And I can see that your feet are so soft like lotus flowers. And how could you just, walk in this forest full of thorns and such a rough ground? So I am simply surprised to see that. And you, therefore, you seem to be the most powerful personality. Are you the most powerful of all? Are you the original source of illumination? Can I consider you that you are a great demigod like sun or moon? Or are you the predominating deity of any other planet? So, because he asked in such a manner because he was a very pure devotee of the Lord, and he could immediately understand by the features, by seeing Krishna who had appeared in front of him with such opulent features. He could immediately understand that although he was asking him, but he could inside know that he is not definitely the predominating deity of the material planet. uh, and inside he was thinking he must be the supreme personality of Godhead, like who has so many Vishnu forms, and he therefore he thought that this person is Purushottama, he is Lord Vishnu. He could see that. Why he could you know recognize the Lord? Because when Lord was there, he saw that because of the presence of Lord Krishna, the darkness of his cave has gone. The cave has become illuminated, and it is only because he is there, the place is illuminated. So that is the reason he is none other than Lord Krishna. So inside he was sure that he was that he is Lord Krishna, but still he was anxious to know from Lord Krishna himself. So therefore he said that, oh best of human beings, if you think, so now see, this is the way he's approaching the Lord. If you think that I am fit to know about your identity, then you kindly tell me who you are. What is your parentage? What is your occupational? What is your occupational duty? And what is your family tradition? So because Mujukanda was a wise person, he said, and then after asking this to Lord, he immediately thought that it's not unwise to ask a person who is of a higher importance standing in front of you. It is unwise to ask his identity before giving your identity, before disclosing your identity. So Muchkanda realized that immediately. So then he said to Lord, my dear Lord, I must inform you about myself first. I belong to this celebrated dynasty, which is the Ikshvaku dynasty. And personally, I am not a great king as my forefathers are. And my name is Muchukanda, and my father's father, and my grandfather's name is Yuvanasva, who is a very great king. And then he tells about himself that I was so much fatigued due to not resting for thousands of years, and my bodily limbs had become flattened, and I was almost incapable of acting. So, in order to revive my energy, I was taking rest in this solitary cave. But I had been awakened by this person who is unknown, and he forced me to get up, and I was not willing to. And because of his offensive act, this person has been burnt uh, to ashes. And because now I see in front of you with such beautiful features, I realize that it is you are the cause of killing my enemy. Because of you, he has been killed. So, my dear Lord, I must admit that due to your bodily effulgence, which is unbearable to my eyes, I cannot see you properly, and I can fully realize that by your influence, by your effulgence, my power is being diminished. So I can understand that you are quite fit for, you are a person that is worthy of worship by all the living entities. So this is how, now when King Muchukanda spoke like this to Lord Krishna, Lord began to smile. So this was the dialogue, like how this is how Muchukanda addressed the Lord. Now let us see the key points, the key themes of this particular portion. First is Muchukanda's doubt. Muchukanda was initially doubtful about Krishna because inside he knew he's not an ordinary person, he is a supreme personality, but he wanted to hear from it. But initially he was doubtful about it because this is the power of supreme personality of Godhead. Even if a person is very wise, one can have uncertainties in the presence of divine. And because we are unperfect human beings, so only God is perfect. So we all have our doubts and problems. So even though he was so powerful, Muchukanda, he was so wise, he had his uncertainties because Lord himself was present in front of him. Then afterwards, he recognized the divine quality. So gradually he started acknowledging Krishna's qualities, like how he has dispelled the darkness of such a dark cave, and he has, like, dispelling the darkness is basically giving knowledge to the ignorance being removed and a person getting knowledge. So this highlights the importance of recognizing divine qualities. So how to recognize divine qualities? So that is mentioned over here. Then again, heart as a cave. Heart is dark because it is inside. Side is dark. It can be illuminated by Lord's knowledge, by Krishna's knowledge. Only then the darkness of the heart can go and it can become pure. And then humility and in self-identification. So although he was such a great king, how did he present himself in front of Krishna? He said, "Oh, I am a low-class Kshatriya." He showed this humility and shows that, his true wisdom. That he did not recognize his position with arrogance, which normally people do, because he was powerful. Then the desire for knowledge, he expressed his desire. He wanted to know who Krishna is. So this shows that the quest for knowledge is essential. One should have the desire to connect with the divine. Then recognition of Krishna's authority. He said, you are he acknowledged that this person did not die because of my glance. It's like how fate has got him into that particular circumstance and how he was woken up and how he glanced at him and how he got killed. So this was all organized. This was all arranged by Krishna. So he recognized that. So he recognized Krishna's authority. He could understand that he has the highest authority over everyone. And then how Krishna gives his response with a smile. And when he started, Lord's voice was very deep. So Lord's smile shows that he has accepted Muchukanda's respect and humility that he showed to him. And this is very important. Lord always, acknowledges each and every action of his devotee. And if it is really nice, then Lord appreciates and he acknowledges it. Nothing is missed by the Lord. So now we will go to the last theme of this particular chapter. If we want to take a break, we can take a break. Prabhuji, do you want me to take?
I think let's continue, Mataji. Let's finish.
Sanjeev Prabhu, do you want to continue?
Yeah, I feel let's get going. It's so interesting.
Okay.
That's my view. Yeah, let's finish. So wonderfully you're going, Mataji. Let's not take a break.
Then let's take 3 minutes break, okay?
Okay, okay. Yes, sir.
Because hearing is it's tiresome too also.
Sure, sure, Prabhu. Sure, sure.
Yeah. Anybody wants to catch some water?
Yeah, about 3 minutes, okay?
Yeah. I'll also be back, Prabhuji, in a while. Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, दंडवत प्रणाम। चालू प्रभु जी।
So Charu Prabhuji stepped away for a while.
Okay, okay, no problem, no problem.
Prabhuji, that one part I did not understand from the last week, Sarad Prabhu, or I don't know if Prasad Prabhu is still there then. There was a mention of divine intervention and the will of Jiva. How did that apply in the case of Kalyavana? Matlab, what was divine intervention and what was the will of Jiva? I missed how it was explained earlier. If you remember.
Okay, divine intervention means intervention of the Supreme Lord. How he intervened to see that he gets killed. So that is what is, and how it was done? It was done through Muchkunda. So that is,
Okay, okay.
and why it
So
was
that
done?
so that is the divine intervention. Like Narad Muni guides Kalyavana, and then Kalyavana is killed through Muchukunda. And the
And
will of Jiva is the will of.
yes,
Oh, sorry, sorry.
Narada Muni actually he is the mind of the Supreme Lord. Whatever the Supreme Lord thinks, he gets it done through Narada Muni. That's why Narada Muni, you must have seen, he comes and tells everybody like Kamsa, he told the whole story before and only because he wanted to hasten up the process. He is a party in the Leela of the Supreme Lord. And that's how Kalyavana, like at the end, I'll tell you how Kalyavana was born and how he became so powerful and, uh, and why the Krishna got him killed by Muchkunda and did not kill himself. He kept on running away from him. So there are reasons for that, which are given in our Shastras.
Remember, Narad Muni gets to know Krishna's pastime before it actually happens.
Yes.
So Prabhuji, in that case, Narad Muni is a dot. Everything he is connecting.
Yeah,
अच्छे से कनेक्ट करते तो भगवान कैसे लीला करेंगे, फिर ये क्या होगा, पूरा प्लानिंग
पूरा पता है and कृष्णा की इच्छा शक्ति को पूरी तरह से अच्छे he understands perfectly.
Yes प्रभु जी, yes.
So now there is a question कि जैसे अगर ये काल यवन का सब कुछ already लिखा हुआ है, he will do this, he will do this, he will die by this, then इसमें काल यवन की personal इच्छा कहाँ आ गई? And then same for us, we may have a situation in life. So how do we understand this is divine will or my desire? Maybe we can do later.
Yeah, there's a long answer to that.
Yes.
Prabhuji, I think hopefully you will get this answer at the end of this.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Remaining part. Hopefully, I think so. But if I am unable to answer that, then we will definitely discuss.
Yes.
Continue,
Let's
Mataji.
continue. Let's continue. Thank you, Mataji.
I think there was this point clear, but we can go in detail also. No? It will only help us. So now let us see the last theme of today's class. So Lord Muchukunda, Lord appears in front of Muchukunda, and Muchukunda has spoken to Lord in such a humble way, and he's anxious, he's so eager to know about Lord. So seeing all this, Lord becomes very, he's so happy to see, hear from him, and he's smiling at him. And that's when he starts addressing to King Muchukunda. He says, "My dear king, it is practically impossible to tell about my birth, appearance, my disappearance, my activities. Perhaps you know that my incarnation, Anantadeva, has unlimited mouth, and for since time immemorial, he is trying to narrate. He's trying to fully say my talk about my name and my fame and describe, but he still now has not been able to finish it. So it is just impossible to know completely about me. Therefore, it is not possible to know exactly how many names and forms I possess. And it may be possible for a material scientist to estimate the number of atoms that are there in a tea planet, but even a scientist won't be able to count the number of forms and activities and my pastimes. So that Lord says that there are so many great sages and saintly people who are since a long time they are trying to make a list, but yet they have failed to complete that list. So since you are so anxious to know about me, uh, I would want to introduce myself to you and tell you that I have appeared on this planet to kill the demons, kill the demonical principles that have burdened the earth. And I have come uh, to reestablish dharma, and I have been invited by this was proposed by Lord Brahma, the uh, the superintending deity of this universe. And now I have appeared in the Yadu dynasty as as one of the family members, and I have specifically taken my birth as the son of Vasudeva in the Yadu dynasty, and people know me as Vasudeva. I am the son of Vasudeva. So you may also know that I have killed Kamsa and who was Kalaneni in his previous life. And I have also killed Pralambasura and many other demons. So because they have acted as my enemies, and I have killed these demons. And now also before you, I have killed this demon called Kalyavana, who was acting as my enemy. And you have very kindly burned him into ashes by glancing over him. So, my dear King Muchukanda, you are my great devotee, and just to show my mercy, I have appeared in this form. I am very affectionately inclined towards my devotees. And in your previous life, before your present condition, you have acted as a great devotee and prayed to me prayed for my causeless mercy. So I have therefore come to fulfill your desire. And now you can see me to your heart's content. And now you can ask for a benediction if you want. And I'm prepared to fulfill your desires. So Lord says that it is my eternal principle that anyone can take my shelter, and whoever takes my shelter, I fulfill his desire. So now Lord is asking King Muchukanda to ask for a benediction, and Muchukanda is very blissful. He immediately, because he remembered Garga Muni's prediction, who had foretold long before that in the 20th millennium of the Vaivasvata Manu, Lord Krishna would appear in this planet. And when he remembered that prediction, he began to understand that the Supreme Person Narayana was present before him as Lord Krishna, and he immediately fell at the lotus feet of Lord Krishna, and he started to, pray to Lord. He says, "My dear Lord, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, I can understand that all living entities on this planet are illusion by your Maya, and they are because they are so caught up in the sense gratification and material activities. They are reluctant to worship you because they are unaware of the benefits of surrendering to you, and hence they are subjected to miserable conditions in material existence, and they are foolish, and they are so-called attached to society and friendship and the material relationships. And basically, they are living in a society of cheaters, and they are being cheated. And foolish people, they don't know how fortunate is human life. And by the influence of your Maya Shakti, they are simply attached to the glare of the material activities. So then he says that, my dear Lord, I am not an exception. Also, I am also one of those foolish persons who have wasted their time for nothing. And my position is especially difficult because I come from a royal family. As a king, I have been puffed up more than ordinary person. Ordinary person is just a, he thinks himself to be the boss of his family and his body. But I think of, because I have been a king, I think of myself to be a master of the whole world. And I am puffed up, and with these ideas of sense gratification, my bodily conception of life, because of the sense gratification, bodily conception of life, have become stronger and stronger. My attachment for home, children, and for money has grown. Attachment for supremacy has grown, and it has become more and more acute, and it has become limitless. So I have remained attached to the thoughts of material living conditions for long enough. So therefore, I have wasted so much of valuable time without any value. So he says, because I have wasted so much of time, yet in spite of uh, being so absorbed in material thought, uh, that you know, but which is the only form, like you have to in spite of being attached to the material and doing the material activities, they are like dreams, and time, it gets it it is taken away by time. No matter if a person is a very powerful person or a king, time can kill that also. So how a hungry black snake, he can swiftly swallow a small rat. Similarly, even a royal body or a big king with chariots and with a beautiful body and so many ornaments and a huge society, his supremacy also goes away with time. It turns into ashes. So this body may be nice in good living conditions, but after the death, this particular body, even a body of a king, is eaten by animals, and it turned into ashes. So he says that it is very difficult to get out of the material entanglement. But however, if it is favored, or if by your grace and by your mercy, and if given an opportunity by you to associate with pure devotees, one can get rid of this entanglement and get liberation from the material condition. So he's saying, my dear Lord, only by the association of pure devotees one can get untrapped, or one can get out of the material existence. So you are the only goal of all the pure devotees, and only by association of pure devotees one develops a liking or one develops an aim to come towards you. So therefore, please give me devotee association. Please give me sadhu sangha that can cause, liberation from the material entanglement. He's saying, my dear Lord, you are so merciful that in spite of my being reluctant to associate with you, with great devotees, you have shown me your extreme mercy upon. You have shown me extreme mercy, and as a result of like seeing you, like I can understand the prediction of Garga Muni, and now by your causeless mercy, only I have lost all my material opulence. Because you have been merciful to me, I have lost my kingdom, I have lost my family. Because how do the kings, the emperors, they forcefully take they accept a life of austerity just to forget their royal condition and just to come close to connect with the divine. So he's saying other kings are trying so hard, they have to eject themselves outside of the attachment of the kingdom and family, and they have to accept a life of hardships and renunciation. But by your mercy, in my case, you have just taken everything from me in due course of time. I did not have to go through all this to get rid of uh, attachment for uh, uh, kingdom and family and kin. They said, my dear Lord, therefore I pray that I may simply be engaged in rendering devotional service at your lotus feet, uh, which is the only ambition of all your pure devotees who are free from all the material contamination. So you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and you can offer me anything I want, which is that includes liberation also. But only a foolish person will, ask something that will further entangle him into the material world. So asking for liberation is like that. So I don't want liberation. I just need sadhu sangha and devotional service at your lotus feet. So if you can give me that is what I want from you. So he's saying you are the supreme shelter, and everyone who is uh, either in material life or in spiritual life, for many births, everybody has been suffering simply because we are caught in running after the senses, and we are never satisfied running after the senses, and and that's how we and later on we lament that we have wasted our time into by further contaminating ourselves and uh, making our heart impure. So I do not wish to enjoy the material uh, world, and I mm, I don't want to get into your. I don't want to merge into your spiritual effulgence, and I also don't want to meditate upon you as Paramatma. I shall become because even if I ask all this, I will finally become, uh, I won't be at peace. So I want to become completely peaceful and undisturbed. So if you can, is my voice audible?
Yes, Mataji.
No,
it was clear.
Mataji.
But it was okay before.
Cannot hear you.
Yeah, am I audible?
Okay, now it is okay, Mataji.
Can anybody speak, because I am unable to hear anything. Just give me 1 second. I'll just change.
I think it was better with the headset.
one.
Yeah, now can you all hear me?
Clearly.
Yeah, is my voice coming? Hello?
Yeah, now it's better.
I don't know why I'm unable to.
Yeah, go ahead, continue.
Yeah. Now I could hear. Sorry. So he says, I don't want, I have no interest for to enjoy the material world. I don't want to merge into your spiritual effulgence. I don't want to meditate upon your Paramatma form. I want to just serve your lotus feet. I want devotional service from you, and I want to be surrounded by your devotees, your pure devotees. This is I want from you. So when Lord heard King Muchukunda, he was happy, and so he addressed. He said, "My dear king, I'm very much so pleased to hear from you. You have been king of the planet, uh, king of all the lands on the planet, but I am surprised to see that your mind is now free from material contamination, and now you are fit to execute devotional service. And I'm very pleased to see that although I offered you the opportunity to ask any kind of benediction, you did not take advantage of it to ask for material benefit. And uh, I can I can see that now your mind is fixed on me, and then it is not disturbed by by any material fault. So Lord tells him that the three material qualities, that is goodness, passion, and ignorance, they impel a person into various kinds of dirtiness and lusty desires, and they make a person find comfort into the material world, but which is not possible. So when a person is situated only in the quality of goodness, and he tries to purify himself by performing penances and austerities, one can reach the platform of being a pure Brahmana, a real Brahmana. A real Brahmana is he he does not aspire to merge into the uh, effulgence of the Lord, or he does not ask for uh, you know uh, like worldly desires or wishes, and he does not have many desires. A real Brahmana is basically he connects himself to the divine in loving devotional service. So Lord says, now I can see that you are on that platform of a pure devotee, and because your mind is undisturbed and you don't have any greed in your heart, and you don't have any lusty desires, and although great yogis are trying so hard to control their senses, uh, but bhakti is the best way to control. Give when you offer prayers with all your senses to the Lord, that's when it is the best way to control the senses. So Lord gave him the example of Vishwamitra. Vishwamitra was a great yogi, but he had when he was visited by Menka, who is the society woman of the heavenly planet, he lost control and he got a daughter uh, called Shakuntala. And but if you see Haridas Thakur, he was undisturbed. He was also visited by prostitutes, but he never got allured by these things. So, my dear king, I therefore give you the special benediction that you will always think of me, and you will be able to transfers this material world freely without being contaminated by the qualities. And Lord confirmed that uh, Krishna conscious, a person engaged in Krishna consciousness, that is in the transcendental loving service of the Lord, under the direction of a spiritual master, is never subjected to contamination of the material qualities. So Lord says, my dear king, because you are a Kshatriya, you have committed the offenses of slaughtering animals, both in hunting and in political engagements. So to become purified, uh, just engage yourself in bhakti yoga, and always keep your mind absorbed in me. Very soon you will be freed from all the reactions to such sordid activities. And it so because kshatriyas are allowed to kill animals in the hunting process, they are not freed from the contamination of sinful reactions. So therefore, it does not matter whether one is kshatriya or vaishya or brahmana. Everyone is recommended to take sannyasa at the end of the life, to engage himself in the service of the Lord and to become free from sinful reactions of the past time, of the past life. So Lord then assures King Muchukunda that in your next life, you will take your birth as a first class Vaishnava in the best of the Brahmanas. And in that life, your only business will be to engage yourself in my transcendental service. So, what is a Vaishnava? Vaishnava is a first class Brahmana because one who has not acquired the qualification of a bona fide Brahmana cannot come to the platform of Vaishnava. So, uh, one when one comes to the platform of Vaishnava, he is completely engaged in welfare activities for all living entities. The highest welfare activity for living entities is preaching Krishna consciousness. And it is stated that those who are specifically favored by the Lord can become absolutely Krishna consciousness and be engaged in the preaching work of the Vaishnavas. So this was the third part of the story. So what are the key themes of this particular verses? It shows the relationship of Bhagwan and Bhakta. Muchukunda was a devotee, and Lord reciprocates to his devotees, and Krishna is embodying mercy and wisdom, and he reveals his innumerable glories and reassures Muchukanda of his eternal support. So we can see how Lord did that. Because here Lord is emphasizing on true devotion. Heart should be free of contamination and true devotion, because only with a pure heart and a true devotion one can transcend material desires and material attachments. So this was a key theme. Then Muchukanda's reflection of material existence. So he knew that the material existence, the material pleasures, the sense gratification is all fleeting. These are all fleeting pleasures, and it highlights the futility of engaging oneself in these kind of futile endeavors. So he recognizes that even powerful kings, whatever status they have, finally they have to die. They have to, their life is temporary. They have to die. So this realization makes one understand that, and makes one comes to the Krishna conscious platform when one realizes the temporary status of life, and one looks for eternal support and eternal truth. Then the dialogue between the Lord. So this dialogue underscores a significant theme on contrast between material and spiritual pursuits. Muchukanda's acknowledgement of his past mistakes and his desire for pure devotion shows the transformative power of association with devotees. So he is asking that, I have wasted so much of time. Because had he been surrounded by, had he had sadhu sangha, he wouldn't have wasted so much of time. So he is acknowledging that. So he is, on that basis, he is rejecting the material desires, and even he is rejecting liberation. He is wise enough, and he just wants to serve the Lord's lotus feet, because he knows that true happiness is only serving the lotus feet of the Lord. Then we see that how did Lord respond to Muchukunda's prayers? By his compassion. Lord understood his heart. He understood that now he's free from all these material desires he doesn't have in his heart. So because he saw that, Lord promised him, by promising future association and liberation, Krishna reassures Muchukunda of his exalted status and the importance of his devotion. So we see that Lord has responded to Muchukunda's sincerity. Then ultimately it teaches us true fulfillment lies in surrendering to the highest truth, surrendering to, in our case, it is Lord Sri Krishna, the Yugal Kishore, the divine couple. So true fulfillment lies in surrendering to Radha Krishna. And true fulfillment lies in prioritizing spiritual growth over material gains. So we have to do our material duties, but we have to prioritize our spiritual life on that. And recognizing that devotion is the path for eternal peace, other than the other forms of merging into the effulgence and thinking of Lord as Paramatma. So devotion is that is the ultimate path to eternal peace and happiness. These are the key themes of. And what are the takeaway points? Devotional service as supreme. The bhakti is given the utmost importance, not other processes. Impermanence of material benediction. So no matter how powerful you are, no matter how big material boons you, ultimately they are temporary, they will go away. Critical importance of sadhu sangha. Only in sadhu sangha one can practice devotional service. So Muchukunda was wise enough to ask that. And rejection of material identity. He is lamenting about his wasting his past life into for temporary things. So that's how he is rejecting that. And then he recognizing that time finally kills everyone. Time is the supermost. It can tame everyone. So time is fleeting. So we have to make at most use of whatever we have left with. And then here I would just like to give an analogy. When we see a well, there is a bucket with a rope inside the well. So we are holding the one side of the rope, and the other side of the rope with the bucket is inside the well. So now if you see our life, what has gone, what is inside the well, that portion of the rope is our life, which is gone without Krishna consciousness. Or whatever we are having in our hand, that is the time we have. And that much, if we leave that rope, everything's gone. Life is gone. So whatever we have, we are holding that much rope, that much time, we should make at most use of it. Then the sixth point is transcendental nature of Krishna. Krishna is beyond, it is all beyond the three modes of material nature. And he is the only source of pure knowledge and bliss, Satchitananda. And avoiding material entanglement. Wise people, they avoid sense gratification because they know that it is a trap. And if one gets into it, it will go on and on. So it is good to reject material sense gratification if one wants to pursue pure devotional service. And then the last and the most important is Lord's grace is very important. Without his grace, with his grace, even a atheist can become a devotee. And like if one's actions are like that, and one shows ignorance, and one shows repeats his mistakes again and again, then even a devotee falls and can become an atheist. Ninth is future association with Krishna. Lord is promising, because Muchukunda is a pure devotee, Lord is promising him eternal association. He is promising him that this path will lead you eternal companionship with me, that is the divine, and recognition of Krishna's form. So Muchukunda has acknowledged Krishna's body is not material. It is transcendental. It is pure spiritual essence. It is and one should again and again recognize that Lord Krishna, although he's appeared in the human form, he is divine. Uh, he is not material at all. His body is transcendental. And when we are meditating on his form, divine form, we are also having that transcendental pleasure. So it is very important to re-emphasize and reiterate that Lord is not material. He is transcendental. It is pure spiritual bliss. And we'll conclude this lesson with this point that one has to prioritize devotional service in this human life, and that worldly existence is transient in nature. It will sooner or later go away, no matter how happy and how good situation one is in. And the eternal bond between a devotee and a divine. So Muchukunda had so many good qualities. He was so loyal, such a great king. He finally, Lord, but it was, he had prayed to Lord Krishna in his previous, he was a devotee in his previous life. So Lord reciprocated him fairly, and he also told him that in your next life, because you have to kind of repent for, purify yourself of all the killings that you have done, in the next birth, you will become a first class Vaishnava. So these are some very important questions of this lesson that we will quickly go through. What specific qualities and activities of Krishna demonstrate his divine nature? His Krishna's activities are of divine nature. It includes his omnipresence. He is there everywhere. That's why he can just do many things with one action. He can achieve many purposes. So his omnipresence is his quality. He's a dharma samstapanayak. He establishes dharma. He is the leader. He has the ability to protect his devotees, to uplift his devotees. And he is often depicted engaging in various pastimes that reveal his compassion and connection to his devotees. He is Bhakta Vatsala. He'll always reciprocate to his devotees' love and anger, whatever it is. Then, how can one effectively cultivate saintly association in this day of age? Sadhu Sangha, performing Nam Sankirtana in congregation, developing relationship with like-minded people, that is Sadhu Sangha, and always having the desire to connect with the divine. Then the last one is, what practical steps can be taken to sever attachments or material desires? By regularly engaging in spiritual practices like prayer, meditation, in our case it is japa, deity worship, all this. So one has to prioritize a spiritual growth over spiritual ambition over the material ambition, and then setting clear intentions of one's life. This is very important. When you have a goal in life and you're very steadfast to fulfill that goal, then you can make the most of it, most of it in the present life only, by making lifestyle choices, simplifying one's life, focusing on acts of service and compassion can help cultivate a deeper devotion to Lord Krishna. So very beautiful lesson. It teaches us in a very simple way what is Krishna consciousness all about, and how Lord is forever merciful towards his devotees. He is throughout, waiting for us to, take one step towards him, and he reciprocates manyfold, and he is so merciful. So we just have to show our eagerness, show our sincerity, like how Muchukanda showed. We have to remove our contamination, make our heart pure. Kalyavana could have recognized Lord. He was seeing such a beautiful form came in front of him. He saw all the features. but he could not recognize Lord because there was sin in his heart. So we have to become pure in our heart. We have to do our sadhana for purification, and gradually with sadhu sangha, we can achieve whatever we can best with the grace of Lord. So with this, we complete chapter 51, which is also the end of Mathura Leela. In the next classes, we will start off with the Dwarka Leela, which is more beautiful, like more intense. So let's get prepared for that also. Prabhuji, over to you. And also it is open for discussion. If I have made any mistakes, please correct me. Please forgive me. Yes.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Danut Pranam. So wonderful class, Mataji. Thank you so much. So many lessons we have to learn from
Look at
this
Sachin,
lesson.
how much great depth she did this thing, really went up.
Yes, yes. Heads off to you,
Much,
Mataji. So nice.
much greater depth she did that.
Wonderful session, Mataji. Thank you very much.
All
Really.
your blessings.
Wonderful session, Mataji.
So now
Nicely
it's
explained.
open for discussion. It's open for discussion now, and Mataji will try to answer.
Mataji, one desire everyone should have, Krishna Darshan Lalsa.
Yes.
Strongly. अगर ये जन्म में नहीं होता है मगर ये डिजायर अगर होगी, अगर लाइक मुचुकुन उनकी ये लाइफ अगली लाइफ में थी कि भगवान का दर्शन हो, तो ये जन्म में उसको हो गया. मतलब हमें इतनी डिजायर स्ट्रॉन्ग रखनी चाहिए कि अगर न हो तो भी अगले कोई भी जन्म में भी डोंट नो तो कभी तो हो ही जाएगा. तो
ये लालसा कब होती है? साधु संघ से होती है ना?
यस प्रभु.
ये लालसा शुश्रूषा दानस्य वासुदेव कथा रुचि.
यस प्रभु जी.
स्यान मत सेवया तीर्थ विषय. What is that?
पुण्य तीर्थ निषेवनाथ. पुण्य तीर्थ निषेवनाथ. Yes.
So that is what we get more and more association with devotees like Samatha Mataji. That's what we get like this, the ruchi.
For yourself, with devotees like yourself and everybody here, I enjoy Raksha Mataji because everything she has a verse ready on her mouth, and I can't remember a single verse. I'm very fallen, but it is amazing how she can just come up with a verse.
Today's class, Mataji, today's class reflected how much progress you have made. Really fantastic. Okay, and then
Mataji, one thing I want to add.
One minute.
Yes,
leave some very important about. Now, not much time is left actually, but at least 5 to 7 or 10 minutes we can leave for Sharad Prabhuji. He's going to tell us a greater depth of this particular lesson. Okay. Yes. So let's first get tackle some questions. Okay.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
So you spoke about grace, Mataji. Okay, Krishna's grace is very important. Whatever efforts we do. So, what is the one thing which you think we have to do to get the Krishna's grace? So I know following the instructions of Guru, but like, is there any points you want to mention, Mataji? How do you get the Krishna's grace?
Yeah, one thing I could think of is this desire. Your desire should be there. If you have desire, God will come.
That's exactly called sincerity of purpose.
Yeah. Yes, Prabhu.
Whatever you do, मन से करना चाहिए, sincerity होनी चाहिए, and then that exactly.
In case of Muchukanda also, whatever he was doing it sincerely. He was great king, so Lord also recognizes your qualities. But then a keen desire should be there to know the eternal truth, to connect with the divine. I think that is it should always be there.
Krishna gave one word, उत्कंठा, व्याकुलता. मतलब इतनी डिजायर, मतलब उत्कंठा होनी चाहिए, enthusiasm.
That is lowlium, right?
Yes. So, like if you give a practical example, I think it's one from one of the Puranas or some Upanishad. I don't know what it is. I'm very bad at remembering things. So there was this devotee who was waiting. He was like doing his service. He was doing his devotional service. So one saint came and he was going to meet the Lord, and he said that come and ask Lord when I'll get free. When will I get darshana of Lord? So he goes and asks. Lord says that under the tree that devotee is sitting and doing his devotional service, number of leaves that tree has. So after so many years, he will get, after so many years or janmas, he will get my darshana. So this devotee who got the message, he was disappointed that, oh my God. But this devotee started jumping in joy, saying that, oh, at least it is sure that he is going to give darshan, no matter after how many. So this is the laulyam, basically enthusiasm of a devotee that helps. Prabhuji says, Raksha Mataji has a lot of laulyam, I can see. So it inspires us. Thank you, Mataji.
माताजी वन थिंग कि नरसिंह मेहता जो थे हमारे, नरसिंह मेहता इतने बड़े भगवान के भक्त हुए, वो मुचुकुंद के अवतार है.
अरे वाह.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's
यस
fantastic. I
प्रभु
didn't
जी,
know that. I didn't know that.
यस प्रभु जी. और प्रभु जी जब भी उनकी वाइफ का डेथ हुआ तो उन्होंने क्या बोला मालूम है माता जी? गुजराती में बोला, भलू थयु भांगी जंजाळ, सुखती
Sukhe
भजसु
bachchu
हरि
Shri
नाम.
Gopal.
हाँ, सुखती
Sukhe
बच्चा
bachchu
श्री
Shri
गोपाल.
Gopal.
सो यू नो, उन्होंने जब जो मांगा था कि मेरा कोई अटैचमेंट ना हो, तो रियली ये जब भी नरसिंह मेहता जी का अवतार हुआ उसमें कोई अटैचमेंट नहीं था उनका. ओनली ही इज डूइंग हरि भक्ति.
Thank you
Thank
for
you,
sharing
Mataji.
that. Thank you for sharing.
And that was my question because you mentioned.
Okay, are there any more questions? So let's give Sharad Prabhuji some opportunity.
Yeah.
He's
Namaste,
going to
Mataji.
enlighten. Yes, Sanjay Prabhuji, go ahead.
Just one quick one. Very wonderful class, Mataji. Thank you. Very softly and nicely you went. I think my question was that only, that you said Muchukunda will get a next birth as a Vaishnava. So is it the Narsim Mehta birth, or do we know which other birth he got as a Vaishnava? He was blessed, he will be born as a Vaishnava, right?
I would not know that, Prabhuji, because I just took everything literally from the Bhagavatam, everything. Maybe Sharad Prabhuji might be able to.
Yes. So let's hear from him. Okay. Thank you, Mataji.
Yeah, over to you, Sharad Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji. Firstly, regarding Sanjay Prabhuji's question, this happened in Satya Yuga or some other Yuga? No, this happened in Dwapar Yuga. Which Dwapar Yuga, we also do not know, because time is like a flow in the river. Now he took birth as Narsi Mehta. Yes, that is one of the things. But before that, he took birth and the got liberated. Now, before I start talking about this lesson, just a few points regarding the art of warfare. Like here we saw there are lakhs of soldiers and crores of soldiers. Like you would be thinking in the Mahabharata war, there were 11 plus 7. That is 18 Akshayani, the Senas, that is the army. But the total people killed in Mahabharata were 64 crores. Then you'll ask me how it is. The 18 Akshayanis, they do not count up to 64 crores. How does that happen? Like here, what happened? The Kalyavana, he came with 30 Akshayani armies. But what Krishna was waiting, when people get killed, they'll be replenished. That means I'll just give you a very short overview of how a war is fought and how it was being fought in the Mahabharata times, or what we learnt today. Like what we are calling of Akshayuni, that means it consists of 21,870 chariots, 21,870 elephants, 65,610 horses, and 1,09,350 infantry soldiers, and total comes to 2,18,700 warriors. And they are composed differently. Like in the present day world, in our army, we are composed of, in the lowest level, it is a section, then 3 sections make a platoon, 3 platoons make a company, 4 companies make a battalion, 3 battalions make a brigade, and 3 to 4 brigades they make the division, like this. And in Mahabharata time, this was exactly like this only. We have actually learned from them, like a squad or a section. In Mahabharata time, it used to have 1 elephant, 1 chariot, 3 houses, and 5 foot soldiers, total 10 warriors. And in the present day time, the strength of a section is also 10. And then the next is Senamukha. That time they used to call it Patti, and next is Senamukha, which is equivalent of a platoon of today in the Indian Army. It comprises of 3 elephants, 3 chariots, 9 horses, 15 foot soldiers, total 30 people. And at the present day Indian Army, we also have exactly 30 in a platoon. Like this, the company, battalion, brigade, division, corps, army, I'll not go into detail. The things, if we have some time, we can discuss about that. Like that, they fight like that. And when the people, you get casualties, they are not able to fight anymore because of injuries or because they have died, they are replenished. That's why in this war, they waited for, Krishna waited for Jarasandha to bring more and more people. And that's how he let him escape 17 times. And as you know, 18th time, he escaped to Dwarka and established Dwarka, and that story we saw. Now, the second is regarding Kalyavana. Who was Kalyavana and how he was so powerful? This is all given in Mahabharata and is given in the Harivamsa Purana. I'll tell you Harivamsa Purana, what is the basic story in very brief. And Harivamsa Purana, I must remind you, it is the dialogue between Janmejay and Vaisampayana Rishi. Now, what happened? It is this Kalyavana. Kalyavana was actually son of Gargamuni, as per Harivamsa Purana. What happened? Gargamuni was the family priest of the Brasni and the Andhaka dynasties. And he was a great saint, and he observed celibacy while undergoing severe austerities, and he remained aloof from everybody. However, his brother-in-law accused him in an assembly of learned people that he is unfit to beget a child. Now, since he was a great the saint, he did not say anything, but he did penance, and he worshipped Lord Shiva continuously for 12 years. And thereafter, the Lord Shiva, he appeared before him and awarded him the benediction that in future he would have a powerful son who would be capable of defeating the great heroes of the Brasni and the Andhaka dynasties. And now then, by arrangement of providence, the Yavanas had, and the Yavana king at that time in that area, he had no son and desperately wanted one. So then what he did, this Yavana king brought Gargamuni to his palace and gave him the facility to freely mingle with the coward women in the pastures. Now there was an Apsara, her known name was Gopali. Now she was residing in that village and having assumed the guise of a coward girl. And it was she who bore the incomparable son of Gargamuni. and that was Kali Yavana. And the Kali Yavana was very, very powerful because he was destined to defeat the Brahmanis and the Andhakas. Now, having a strong desire to engage in warfare, Kaliyavana, he inquired from the Brahmanas, asking them the name of the greatest warriors in this earth. And Narada Muni then informed him about the Brahmanis and the Andhakas, because he knew everything. And then Kaliyavana became more and more prosperous and influential, he had many other kings, including the Mlechas who took shelter of him, and they became his followers. And there are other clans also, like the Sringalas, the Khas, the Pallavas, many others. They also followed Kaliyavana, and Kaliyavana was very powerful, and he planned to attack Mathura. Now, Kaliyavana had hundreds and thousands of warriors mounted on elephants, donkeys, horses, camels, like this, and they came and fought in the battle. And as we learned how he was killed at the end, and at the end, all the sinful kings whom Kaliyavana had brought, they were killed. And considering this, Krishna also decided that he should establish himself somewhere. And Kaliyavana had a black poisonous snake inside a pitcher, and after carefully closing the lid, he sent it as a gift with his envoy to Kaliyavana. Who did it? Krishna did it. Then Kaliya, Lord Krishna, as you know, he is black and he is formidable as a snake, and this was the meaning. And Kaliyavana then tightly closed the pitcher and sent it back to Krishna, demonstrating that he was not at all one to be intimidated. Then when Krishna understood that his attempt to frighten Kaliyavana had failed, he immediately left Mathura. Then he went to Dwarka. This was the reason. What happened, Krishna, we know his intentions cannot be thwarted. Then later on, he traveled on by foot to Mathura with no weapons other than his two mighty arms. And then this story took place. Kaliyavana, he ran after him, and how he was killed by Muchkunda. In very, very brief, this is what is the story. Other things I'll tell you when we have got more time. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Thank you, Prabhuji. Okay, any other points? What Prabhuji said that? Anybody? If not, then let's conclude the class. So before we conclude the class, tomorrow we will not have a class because we are going to start another marathon session on Dwarka Lila. So I thought you deserve at least a day off, before we begin another such session. Dwarka Lila is just like Braj Lila, very, very huge, and now we have increased the number of lessons. So it's really going to go many, many months, So tomorrow, enjoy with your family. So with that, I think we should conclude the class with the Nrsimha prayer. If that's okay with Sanjeev Prabhu and Sharad Prabhuji?
Yes, Prabhuji.
All right.
Hare Krishna. May
Okay, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, I have a request.
Okay.
Today I'm just taking this opportunity to pray to everyone over here. Today is actually my husband's birthday, And I'm seeking blessings from all the devotees so that he also comes to Krishna consciousness. It's my personal gain, Prabhuji. So please,
Terrific.
just
Please.
pray for him, Prabhuji.
Let's pray.
Happy Krishna conscious birthday to Prabhuji, Mataji.
All
Kindly
the
tell.
best. All the best.
Krishna
Wishing
conscious
Krishna conscious
birthday,
birthday.
Prabhuji.
Right.
A very, very happy birthday. Best Krishna conscious birthday.
Yes,
And,
Prabhuji. His name is Pankaj, Prabhuji.
Oh, Pankaj Prabhu, please convey our wonderful blessings to him. And let us have some time when it's possible to have his darshan also.
Sure, Prabhuji. One day I will just
Please.
we will join
Share
together.
with- Yeah, that will be fantastic. It will be nice if he's around. Today is his birthday, so we can personally wish him best.
Yes,
Is he
Prabhuji.
there?
Yeah, we can just start with the Nasim prayer. Meanwhile, I'll just go and fetch him.
Okay, all right, okay. Who is going to do Nashio prayer?
Guruji, I am doing.
Okay, go ahead.
Hare Krishna. श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय हो, मथुरा लीला की जय हो। नमस्ते नरसिंहाय, नमस्ते नरसिंहाय, प्रह्लादलाददायिने, प्रह्लादलाददायिने, हिरण्यकशिपुर्वक्षः, हिरण्यकशिपुर्वक्षः, शीलटङ्का नखालाये, शीलटङ्का नखालाये, इतो नरसिंह परतो नरसिंह, इतो नरसिंह परतो नरसिंह, यतो यतो यामि ततो नरसिंह, यतो यतो यामि ततो नरसिंह, बहिर् नरसिंह हृदये नरसिंह, बहिर् नरसिंह हृदये नरसिंह, नरसिंहमदिं शरणं प्रपदे, तव करकमलवरे नाथा, अद्भुत शृङ्गार दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृङ्गां, केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा, जय जगदीश हरे, जय जगदीश हरे, जय जगदीश हरे, जय हो नरसिंहदेव, 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 जय हो नरसिंहदेव, जय हो प्रहलाद महाराज, प्रहलाद महाराज, प्रहलाद महाराज, जय हो प्रहलाद महाराज, जय जय प्रभुपाद, 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 जय जय गुरुदेव, 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 जय जय गुरुदेव। श्री विघ्न विनाशक लक्ष्मी नरसिंह भगवान की जय हो, भक्त शिरोमणि प्रहलाद महाराज की जय हो, सर्व भक्तों की जय हो, श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय हो। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हैप्पी कृष्णा कॉन्शियस बर्थडे प्रभु जी।
Thank you.
Happy
Delighted to meet you.
Happy
We are
Krishna
delighted to
Happy
meet
Krishna
you.
conscious birthday.
If somebody could sing a birthday song, please. Somebody could do that, please. Mataji,
Lalita Priya Mataji would like to do?
is she there?
Yes, she's there.
Sanjay Mataji is not there today. He is not there.
Okay. So, Pankaj Prabhu, with our heart, we are wishing you very, very happy birthday, blissful birthday.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. I am honored.
Prabhuji, I got the song.
Privilege.
Prabhuji.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
जन्मइदम् इदम् ए प्रिय सखे, सन्तनोतु ते सर्वदा मुदम्, प्रार्थनामहे भाव सत्यसि, ईश्वर सदा त्वं च रक्षतु, पुण्यकर्मणा कीर्तिमार्जय, जीवनं तव भक्तु सार्थकम्, Oh dear friend, may this birthday bring you auspiciousness and joy forever. Indeed, we all pray for your long life. May the Lord always protect you by noble deeds. May you attain fame and may your life be fulfilled. Hare Krishna, Hare
Wonderful,
Krishna,
wonderful.
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna.
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna.
Ram Ram. Hare Bol.
Your Dharmapatni
Our best
wife,
wishes,
she's
Prabhuji.
doing
Thank
great
you.
thing, you know. So
Happy
we are
birthday.
blessed really to see you today, you know, and we look forward to see you more often. Hare
Yeah.
Krishna.
It's my
प्रभु
privilege,
जी आप
my
भी
honor.
ग्रुप में ज्वाइन हो जाइए.
Time will be depending upon permitting your time, you know. Thank you very much, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Prabhuji.
Thank you very much.
Very pleased to meet
Krishna
you.
conscious.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji, for introducing him.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, next week I am not able to attend the class because I am going Jagannath Yatra.
Oh,
So kindly
wonderful.
bless me for the Yatra.
Yeah.
Thank
I'm
you.
sure you'll be able to have an association with Sharat Prabhuji, I think.
Yes, I will try my level best to meet him.
Okay. Thank you,
Depending
Pankaj
upon the
Prabhuji.
time.
Pankaj Prabhuji, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Have a blissful
Thank
night.
Thank you, Samta Mataji.
So we
Thank you.
so we are going to have one whole week ahead of me. Okay.
Yes.
So tomorrow is no class. Tomorrow is no class.
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji.